A medical emergency can happen when we least expect it. Luckily, Faith Community Hospital is around the corner with a Level 4 trauma center, ready when you need us.
Jacksboro, home of the Tigers. You guys take it 5-1 on the season against City View on Friday night. That puts you guys in a really pretty good position.
It was goal number one of the season to be 1-0 in district and start off with a win so that we can kind of be in control of our own destiny, not have to rely on somebody else. It was a huge win for our program. It was a big game for both teams. I think both teams were kind of nervous coming out. There were a lot of mistakes early. You know, both teams kind of put the ball on the ground a few times, and it's pretty much uncharacteristic for City View and for us. But you know, once we kind of got some momentum rolling, I think we scored 47 unanswered points before we kind of, you know, gave up a cheap one there in the fourth quarter. But we were really proud of the way we finished. You know, obviously there's some things we still wanted to work on. You know, I thought City View did a great job defending our pass. We ran for over 300 yards again, and we'll take that every night. But hats off to those guys. They're a good team, and we were excited to go in there and get a win. And we know that they're going to, you know, go on and do some great things the rest of the year.
What was the score at halftime?
Well, you put me on the spot, Bob.
I can't remember myself.
I think it was 27-6, I believe.
The point is you guys were way up at halftime. I'm curious about the halftime talk in a situation like that. You're just encouraging you guys not to let up in any way, is my guess. But share a little bit of that halftime with us. Well,
going into halftime, we had a huge goal line stand right before the clock expired to keep them out and to keep us up. You know, I think, you know,
big one, yeah,
three scores, whatever it was, and we didn't have a whole lot to say defensively. We thought we were doing a great job. We blew a few assignments early. That's what led to their score. And then our goal line stand I thought was tremendous. Offensively, we had to talk some things because they were showing us some different stuff defensively. And we just made some adjustments, kept it positive. It was a long halftime because it was homecoming there. And we got the boys out of the locker room because it was hot. And, you know, we just kind of made some adjustments and kept them in the game because we knew City View wasn't through. And they weren't. And they played good in the second half. But we just were able to take the momentum away and keep it. And that was huge for us.
So all the pageantry, you get a little extra breather at halftime. So you got Henrietta coming up. How do you guys match up against this team?
You know, it's always a fun game with us in Henrietta. It's a big game no matter what the records are. You know they're going to be ready to play. They're very well coached. They're good at what they do. They're big. They're physical. You know, it's going to be a fun night. We go to their place, and that's always a tough place to play. They'll be dressed in all black, and you know it's just kind of a fun night. But it's a huge game for both programs because we know what kind of playoff implications come from Friday night. So we don't have to do a lot to get these boys ready. They'll be ready to play. We've just got to make sure we're prepared, that we've got a game plan that's sound, and that we're ready to execute.
Yeah, absolutely. Best of luck in that one. Let's talk to a couple of your athletes, can we?
Sounds good, Bob. Thanks.
We're back. Coach Hodnett, a couple of your standout guys from that really outstanding game Friday night. We want to talk to them. Introduce you guys.
Yes, sir. Right here I have Colton Owen. Colton's number 40. He's a senior. Plays defensive line for us. Also plays some tight end offensively. Next to him is Tyler Steele, who's also a senior. Tyler is kind of known as Coach Steele. He broke his arm in the second game of the season, but he's still a huge part of the team. Plays a significant role in helping guys prepare and just being a voice on the sideline. He's also a senior and one of the honorary captains, and both these guys do a great job helping us each week. Colton made a huge tackle before the goal line stand, before halftime, and like I said, Tyler, you just can't get him to get quiet. He's always fired up and ready to go. So two great guys right here.
Yeah, terrific. Thanks, Coach. We'll visit with these guys here just for a couple of minutes. So a couple of seniors, Tyler and Colton, was it?
Yes,
yeah, tell me about that game Friday night. I mean, I was visiting with Coach, and you know the final score, well, there was a significant spread, but you know it wasn't that way all throughout the game. How do you maintain focus in a game like that?
Well, after their first score, we finally got some momentum going, and after we get momentum going, it's kind of hard to.
Katie bar the door, right?
Kind of hard to slow us down.
Yeah. Boy, that is a great thing. From your perspective, as you were watching this take place, you're sidelined by this dadgum injury, but you're very much into the game and a part of the game in more than one way. So, you know, how are you sizing it up on the sidelines?
Well, even though we make mistakes, I try to keep them fired up, keep a positive attitude. It's it's contagious. Negative attitude can catch on real quick.
Well, let me ask you this. You're both seniors, and I know how important it is to these coaches to have the seniors step up and really play a key role with the underclass guys, you know, the sophomores and juniors that are on this team. You know, how seriously do you take that role, and what does it involve? What do you do?
Well, I take the role pretty seriously, but we just pretty much try to make sure they're all fired up, and they do a pretty good job at it too. They all do a pretty good job at it, and just make sure they're ready and having fun.
And how do you go about it? What's your approach?
I'll just, you know, pat them on the back when they make a mistake, tell them to correct themselves, you know, show them what they did wrong, and they'll do better. I mean,
If the mistake was pretty bad, you just whop them with that cast?
I can't do that, I wish. No, I kind of get a little fired up and chew them out a little bit, but that's about it.
What are your hopes? I think I know the answer to this question for this team this season.
To go to the playoffs.
December.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's about December, but right now I'm sure you hear from Coach all the time, all these coaches. It's about this week's game. And who do you have coming up? I forget.
Henrietta.
Yeah, and you know, what's the focus on Henrietta and how you're going to approach and match up with those guys? You know, even in practice today, how are you dealing with the way that game is going to shape up?
Well, we really got to control the front line mostly with them. They have a big physical line, and pretty much I think if we can control that line of scrimmage, we can do good.
Some extra grunting going on down there, huh?
Yes, sir. Like Colton said, we just need to maintain the front line, and secondary know what they're doing, and they'll control the back.
For you seniors, you know, it's early. You don't have to have your decisions made right now, but are you thinking about after high school? Are you thinking about college? You thinking about doing something else? Go lay on the beach for 2 years, or what? Or you have any plans at this point?
I'm thinking about going to a one-year college probably.
Super. How about you?
I'll be going to work right after school, so I got pipeline ahead of me.
No, you're not going to take any time off at all.
I might there for a little bit, maybe the summer. But
Celebrate that high school graduation. Well, listen, best of luck to you upcoming and on the rest of your season.
Thank you.
thank you.